When Citrus got its anime adaptation in 2018, people were divided. On one hand, this was quite the interesting story of two girls who cross paths with each other and wind up pursuing a relationship that borders on incest. On the other, that's exactly what threw people off, was the fact they were sisters. But to tell you my opinion, this show is more intelligent than you think it is. Let's start from the beginning. Citrus is based on a manga in which follows Yuzu, who has moved to a new school because of her mom's recent marriage to another dude. Over there, she comes across the cold and stubborn Mei, who seems to be calm and collective upon first glance, but tends to have a short fuse. On top of that, she keeps kissing the hell out of Yuzu, and this is where their relationship only gets more rocky. As it turns out, the two happen to be step-sisters, and so this idea of incest is in the air all of a sudden, once we see more interactions between the two that tries to connect the two in a lesbian Yuri relationship. This is a story that isn't for everybody, and I can understand. The fact that they're step-sisters already rubbed people the wrong way when it came out, and it understandably got roasted on some sides of the internet. However, I do think that some of the hate does stereotype this show in a way that disregards some of the intentions that this show tries to make. For one, I do respect that the show doesn't need to be full-on hentai just to satisfy some lonely degenerates who live in their mom's basement and the only job they had was babysitting some trolls as a Discord bond. Instead of being that, it does take the stepsister romance topic seriously, and it shows Yuzu heavily considering just what Mei is looking for, as we learn more about them through their school life. Citrus isn't out there trying to be for everyone, and that's fine. Romance is heavily subjective, and this should go to show how vastly it can expand. Now, I myself don't advocate for incest, that's not what I'm getting at here. What I do like is that the characters handle a taboo situation in which the romance could very well be forbidden, but their beating hearts say otherwise. We also see that all the so-called fan service in the show isn't just there to bring in people hungry for some horny lesbians. The suspicious behavior of Mei are reflective of her past, and how she perceives other people prematurely, before knowing what exactly they have in mind. It's a natural feeling to have if you have been through similar stuff like she has, and if you ask me, the presentation of this story leans towards the right way to present such a taboo story like this. Citrus was also made by a female writer named Saburota. With that said, it debunks the stereotype that all this fan service is a man's perspective, so Twitter can just sip it. We also have other fan service shows like My Dress Up Darling, which is also written by a woman, and embraces the feminine perspective of otaku culture, willingly with fan service, but also the entertaining friendship between Marine and Gotu. And there's also Sailor Moon, if you really want to go back in history. Remember how Sailor Uranus and Neptune were originally a lesbian couple in the original Japanese version, but the version we got with Toonami had them changed into cousins pursuing incest? That right there is kind of what Citrus is like, but without the mindless censorship from back then, and if it was intentional to begin with. And on top of that, being an addictive, quite interesting Yuri story that never fails to get boring. What are your thoughts on Citrus? Is this your sort of thing, or is it forbidden? Should it be watched by more people, and do you agree that this is a criminally misunderstood anime? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.